Each year, EmCare takes great pride in presenting its Commitment to Care Award to a most deserving physician. The award symbolizes EmCare's four guiding principles: compassion, commitment, collaboration, and patient care, along with outstanding service to communities.
Hello. It is a pleasure to be able to speak to you at this important event. I'm happy to report that this year marks another year of growth and prosperity for our company. I believe our success is based on our commitment to our core values, our commitment to our caregivers, and your ongoing commitment to our patients.
Each year, EmCare recognizes a physician who has dedicated his or herself to serving patients and serving their communities.
The winner this year is Dr. Stephen Katz. Dr. Katz has been with EmCare since 1987 when he completed his residency, and he exemplifies every facet of our Commitment to Care Award. Not only is he a fantastic leader and physician in the emergency department, but he is also a leader outside of the department, both in his profession and with his community service.
As we all know, a company is only as good as the people who work for it, and you are truly an exceptional group of individuals. I think you agree with me that this year's winner is a true leader who not only sets high standards, but also achieves them. I am proud to join you in honoring this year's Commitment to Care Award winner.
One of his most interesting attributes is his commitment to children with special needs in the emergency department. And he works with the Angelman Syndrome Foundation and also teaches emergency physicians how to work with children with special needs when they enter the emergency department.
Our awardee never shies away from a challenge. He has served as medical director at several hospitals. Currently, he is medical director at 2 hospitals. He also dedicates time to a foundation that is committed to finding cures for childhood disorders. It is my pleasure to introduce this year's award winner, Dr. Stephen Katz.
How I got into emergency medicine back in the early 80s when I graduated from medical school. There was, at the time, only about 300 residency spots in emergency medicine, and unfortunately I wasn't lucky enough to get one, so I did an internal medicine residency, and then I naturally gravitated toward the emergency department, which was my main interest.
Steve trained as an internist. He did his internal medicine residency in Philadelphia and then immediately started working with us in our emergency departments. And I guess I'd really consider him a true success story of making the transition from his training as an internist and moving into emergency medicine.
Dr. Katz's role in our region is, he's our Gumby. He will take on whatever job we throw at him. He will take it on with zest, with gusto, and with excellence. His focus on quality has always been there.
I think everyone just loves him so much. He's just got such a commitment to the profession, such a commitment to his families, and all of that passion comes out in everything that he does.
I really feel that EmCare has given me a break in life. As I said earlier, I'm not board certified in emergency medicine. I didn't do an emergency medicine residency, but I practice emergency medicine, and I think that the people that I work with at EmCare are really people that are quality people.
Dr. Katz and his wife Sharon, an advanced practice psychiatric nurse, have been married 24 years and are the parents of 3 children, Barry, Jason, and Seth. Seth was born with Angelman syndrome.
I have a great family, I really do. I tend to get choked up a little bit at times, and so you might hear that in my voice a little bit. My middle son is 20. He's disabled, and I'll certainly talk a lot more about him as we go on, I'm sure.
Dr. Katz is past president of the Angelman's Foundation and has been a major fundraiser. I think early on in Steve's career, the body of literature about Angelman's was very naive and very early on in its development stages. He learned about it, he spent hours and lots of time learning about the syndrome, and then kind of getting a network as the internet started to make accessibility for other folks in similar situations. He helped develop a network of folks which at this time is very significant, has gone on to win awards, and every year sponsors a walkathon, if you will, to raise money for the Angelman's Foundation.
About 3 years ago, I worked on the Angelman Syndrome Walkathon with Steve. He had asked me if I would give him some help, which I did. And I think the fondest memory I have of Steve is seeing how he worked with the kids, especially his son Seth, just as we were getting ready for the walk. And just him holding Seth's hand as we were starting the walk. He is an incredible person.
Last year we had walks in 18 cities. We raised over $1 million. It was our biggest year yet. And most of that money goes to research to find a cure for Angelman syndrome.
What do coworkers and associates want people to know about Dr. Katz?
He's passionate about his profession. He's so committed to the emergency physicians, not only in New Jersey, but across the country. And his passion, I think, and commitment to his family. That comes through every time you talk to him. You can't spend 2 minutes with him without him talking about his family, his wife, and his children, how proud he is of them.
Currently, Steve has been driving from Pennsylvania to Maryland to help us at a hospital site in Maryland, Northwest Hospital. And he's the kind of person that you pick up the phone and call him and say, "Steve, we need your help," and he says, "Where is it? What do you need? How can I help?"
If you wanted to go to one of the most fun dinners or lunches of your life, take Dr. Katz to lunch and dinner. From the in-law stories to the kids' stories to the patient stories, the stories are incredible. They're woven with laughter, and he's got this really pleasant chuckle that will just bring you right along with him.
I don't know if people know that he loves Jerry Garcia. I remember he would go to the Blues Festival in Shanksville, Pennsylvania every year and camp out for 3 days because he loved that type of music. When he left as president, it's a tradition that the chapter not give plaques. We hate plaques. We pick a piece of artwork or something that they're passionate about, and we got him a framed print that Jerry Garcia had done himself, signed, and I know tears came to his eyes.
Dr. Katz comments on being chosen as the 2008 recipient of the Commitment to Care Award.
Well, I was really shocked, and I was really pleased, I guess. It's nice to know that your colleagues think that much about you to even nominate you. And when I look at the company that I'm in and the previous winners, it really awes me to think that I can even be mentioned in the same breath as those people. And I really, it almost makes me think that I'm getting my gold watch and my retirement handshake at this point. Although I still have plenty more years to go. My older one said, "Well, it's about time," and he really thought that I really deserved an award like this. And my younger one doesn't say. He's a man of few words. He's a teenager, so but he was pleased also.
What do his associates and coworkers have to say about Dr. Katz winning the award?
Congratulations, Steve. You so deserve this award. If anyone does, you do. You've worked so hard with us and for your patients, and we've watched you with your family, and we've watched your family grow, and I can't be more pleased to be part of this.
Well, first of all, I would love to tell Steve Katz that I love the big teddy bear that he always has been to us. Everyone on staff at New Jersey ASEP has loved working with Steve. I would also thank him for his years of commitment to the chapter. He has really been there in everything that we've ever asked him to do.
This is a well-deserved award that recognizes years and years. I've worked with Dr. Katz over 20 years in many different places, and you can throw a challenge at him and he'll listen very carefully, and then he'll say, "Okay," and that's the end of it, and we're going. He doesn't take long to process, and so we thought that the award just recognized years and years and years of flexibility, adaptability, excellence, and fun.
In a career where he's accomplished so much, what's next for Dr. Katz?
My next big objective is actually not with my career. It's with my son. And he's 20, and this is the year that he transitions, and my next big objective is to find a place for him to live, and really someplace where we'll be comfortable and he'll be safe, and have a good environment. And once that's accomplished, to make sure that wherever he gets placed and wherever he lives is going to be well funded. I try to do everything I can to raise money for the causes that I believe in, and that's the next area that I'm going to concentrate on.
We asked Dr. Katz what he would want people to remember about his work in emergency medicine.
I think that I want them to remember that I cared. I think that I'd like the people that I worked with and the patients that I took care of to know that I cared about them, to know that nobody was ever just the patient in room 4 or the belly pain in room 7, that they were Mr. Smith or Mrs. Jones. They really were a person, and that I was there to take care of them and to relieve their suffering, or get them to the right diagnosis, or get them admitted to the hospital, or help them along, that I really cared about them. And I like the nurses and the other physicians that I worked with to know that I was part of the team, and that if they had a problem, that I would always be there as a player on the same team with them.